RMSpeltz coming at you here from the farm, and today we're cooking up some goat leg. My family really likes this, so Tabitha here is putting our rub on it. As you can see by the label, it's crossed off because we just use the glass jar to house our rub. We make our own rub here on the farm, and we really like it. I'd highly recommend you give it a try. It's a really simple rub. You just put the dry ingredients together, mix them together, and throw them in a container, and then use it when you need it. I'll put the rub here on the video in a second. Basically, I've got some leg of goat, a little caprine leg here. Got two pieces of it. I always feel it's a little easier to cook it up this way, especially when we're doing barbecue or smoking like this. You can sprinkle it on as heavy or as light as you like. I like it fairly liberal on there, so as you can see by the recipe, it's got quite a few things in it, but it stores really well. And just put it on and pat it into the meat. And then here's the most important step. Take it and cover it and wait a day. Throw this sucker in the fridge and let it just sit. And it's kind of like marinating. You can't get it done fast. It needs time. The meat needs to age. The spices need to get into it. I like to just do this and throw it in the refrigerator. Cook it up the next day, smoke it the next day, barbecue the next day, whatever you want to do, but stick it in there. Once you've got this ready with your smoker, you can just take it out and put it on your smoker. As you can see, I'm doing some other meats on the smoker. I'll do videos on those later. I like to take my leg of goat and just kind of stick it on the smoker and then put my temperature probes in it, and then off to smoking we go. It's about 3:15 here on a Sunday afternoon. The smoke is nice and hot and just starting, about 150 degrees. And, this is going to take maybe, at most, probably 3 hours, and we'll get this amount done. At the beginning, I'm going to kind of open it straight up. And then as I go through, maybe about the 45-minute mark here, I'm going to turn the smoker and put pretty heavy smoke in it. Started out at about 58 degrees. Like I said, anywhere between 150 and 200 degrees on the smoke, and I laid it down pretty thick and heavy for about an hour and a half. As you can see, I open it up. It's just starting to get a nice little skin on the outside. The temp probes are in it. I'm doing it with a hickory wood. That's my favorite wood for the goat, so that's what we're going to use. It's getting later into the evening. We're about 3 hours into it, and we've hit a temp that I like, which is 154. As you can see there by the top number, it was running about 225 at that point. It's probably hard to see on my watch, but it's about 10 after 6, which is good timing. So it's been in here for about 3 hours, and it's been doing really good. So now we're going to open it up. I'm going to put my paws on here so I can touch this hot sucker. I'm going to pull the temperature probes out. We're going to take this in, let it rest for about maybe 15 minutes, and then we're going to cut it up. It's really pretty easy to smoke a nice leg of goat, folks. Again, put the rub on, let it sit for a day in the fridge, throw it on the smoker between 150 to 200 degrees, put your temp probes in it. I like to run mine up to about 152 to 154. Take her in, let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then enjoy. Goat is a very nice meat to eat. It's very healthy meat. I'm going to put a slice down the middle here to make it a little easier for me to cut it. I'm going to tip it on its edge, and then I'm going to cut pieces off this for everybody for dinner. It's a very tender meat. It's very soft meat. I rather enjoy it. I think a lot of people in the country enjoy it more than they let on. It's just not always as easy to find. But again, good smoked leg of goat is delicious. Oh, look at that. It's nice and fat. It's got a good bark on it. It's going to make a wonderful meal here tonight for everybody. We're going to serve it tonight with some, oven potatoes. Baked, that is, and some green bean casserole. And it's going to make a wonderful meal here for the family. I appreciate you watching, folks, as I smoke up this leg of goat and we get ready to eat dinner here.